Beautiful. Bogotá, Colombia. Huge city, Bogotá. 8 million people. Welcome everyone to Bogotá, Colombia. That's right. We are in a new country, new city, Bogotá, the capital of Colombia, and we are right here in Plaza Bolívar. Plaza Bolívar, named after the hero, the liberator, Simón Bolívar. Simón Bolívar, the statue right there. And man, it's pretty cool. We're in Colombia. I was excited about visiting Colombia, and today we're going to go around La Candelaria, which is like the Centro Histórico, talk a little bit about Colombia and about some of the things that we want to see while we're here. We're going to be here for a little while, and we're going to see some good stuff, so come along. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you want to help out the channel and help it grow, I really would appreciate it. Click on the like button down there, the subscribe button, and the little bell next to it to be notified for when new videos drop. It really helps the channel grow because it's going to help the YouTube algorithm recognize this content and spread it to other YouTube viewers. If you'd like to support the channel monetarily, I would appreciate that as well. You can leave a super thanks by clicking this thanks button here and give a small donation to the channel. I appreciate your support. So back to the video, enjoy. So here on Plaza Bolívar is beautiful Catedral Primada de Colombia. The first cathedral built in Colombia, here in Bogotá. Very, very old. I believe this is 16th century construction. They started in the 1500s. Beautiful cathedral. This is one of two major plazas here in like the Centro Histórico, Candelaria, and they're separated by that building right there. As you can see, we're here right around the holidays, Christmas time. They're setting up a large Christmas tree. There's a lot of things here like that aren't normally here, I would imagine, during other times of the year. These pigeons, though, I would imagine are here all the time. Right over there, that building is the that's like the Congress of Colombia. You can see the Congress up close. It's all closed off right now. There's a lot of things that are gated off here. It is pretty busy today. And we want to head over to the other plaza that's on the other side of the Congress building. And that would be Plaza de Armas. The Plaza de Armas. And interestingly, on the other side, on the Plaza de Armas, is the president's, the office of the president, and the residence of the president as well that we want to check out. It's right over there. If you keep heading this way, actually, out a few blocks down, you get into this like market area that I walked through on the way through here. I did not bring my camera out in that area because, man, it was like super, super crowded. It looks like we're not going to be able to get through this way to get over to the other plaza. So let's go down one block and we'll head over to Plaza de Armas that way. Well, went around to the other side of the Congress building here to try and get into Plaza de Armas and show you, but I was told by a very nice gentleman with a very large assault rifle that the plaza is closed. The entire plaza is closed. I don't know if that's an everyday thing or if it's just because it's like holidays around here, so things are kind of busy. I don't know. Who knows what's going on, but we're gonna go someplace else, I think. We're gonna get out of Centro Histórico. We're gonna go to a place that I've been wanting to visit. We're gonna have to take an Uber to get there. That is Monserrate. We can take a teleférico up the mountain to Monserrate to see like this really beautiful old cathedral up there. A bunch of other stuff. Let's go check it out. All right, so we got our Uber over here to Cerro Monserrate. And we're at the bottom of the hill. There is actually, I think right over there, a hiking trail where you can hike up to the top of this giant hill. You can see some of the teleféricos going up to the top of the hill, coming back down. And we've been up teleféricos to a couple different hills in different places where we've been in different cities. And if you've been watching those videos, you know I am not going to hike up or down this thing. I was thinking about maybe hiking down, but it is like a very steep and quite a long hike, and I just don't feel like doing it today, to be honest. So we're going to go up there today, though, and one of the things that's really nice is today, it's actually a pretty clear day here in Bogotá. One of the interesting things about Bogotá is the weather. People, I think, that don't know a lot about Colombia, they get the idea that like everything in Colombia is like the same weather everywhere, but every city is very, very different because of elevation and how close it is to like the shore and the sea, the coast. And Bogotá is up here really, really high. It's up like, I don't know, 2,500 something meters. It's up very high. And basically, because it's up so high, you get a lot of rain up here. And there are a lot of cloudy days. I've only been here for a few days, but every day that I've been here so far, it's rained. But today, it's not supposed to rain, and today, maybe, when we get up to the top of the hill, we'll be able to see a beautiful, beautiful view of the city of Bogotá. So, the ticket booth is right over there. Doesn't look like there's a very long line, which is good. And let's get our ticket, and we'll head up there. All right, we got our ticket. We're here in the, I don't know, like the departure area. Teleférico over there. And the funicular over here. That's a funicular railway. We can actually go a little closer and take a look. That you can get up by as well. You can head up this way on the funicular. But I chose the Teleférico. I think the Teleférico is going to have a better view. I think the funicular is older. I'm not sure exactly what year, but it was like in the very early 20th century when they built the funicular. And the Teleférico, I think, is newer. I think we're going to get a good view from the Teleférico. The price, if you're wondering, was 29,500 pesos for a round trip. And that is about 29,500 pesos. That's like $6 US, $6 or $7. It's not bad. It's not a bad price at all. And that gets you round trip. So let's head on the Teleférico and head up there.
Ganz wichtig ist immer Ruhe. That's right.
I cannot see my water.
Can you see the car? Down the car park? It's down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Ci sono le due, lo sguardino.
See the Bogotá.
I don't see them with much time.
Green and blue.
Agenda internazionale.
Can you see our house?
Questo non vanno, cari.
No, c'è Bruno.
Da
Oben trinke ich jetzt Cappuccino, das sag ich dir schon.
Ist gut.
Look at that, view, it's huge Bogotá. Funicular, I might be there, no, yeah. It's big, isn't it?
Bello.
Yeah, that's very old, so that's
Vabbè, non si vede che è quella più grande dei Medellin, Medellin è tutto un po' più mondano là.
Questo è enorme.
Questo invece in pianura è enorme.
Deswegen, das wird kein
Amazing view from up here on Monserrate, Cerro Monserrate. Like I said, the clouds have cleared a little bit today. The weather forecast for like the next, I don't know, 2 weeks, I think that I'm going to be here, is rain every day. So I'm glad we got up here today on a relatively clear day. Aside from maybe a little bit of smog, you can see the whole city. You can see all the way out, like to the airport out there. Can you see that? Man, huge city, Bogotá. 8 million people. It's basically the same size as London as far as population, but geographically it's like half the size. So the population density in Bogotá is intense. Man, beautiful view. And right up here, there's the church. And you can see on this other hill over here, which unfortunately I can't remember the name right now, but there's a giant statue up there. I don't know if you can see that. I think there's a way to hike over to that hill or drive over to that hill. I don't think we're going to do that today. We're a little bit late getting up here, and because we're so close to the equator here in Colombia, the sun sets pretty early, and the traffic, of course, in the evening is going to get crazy. So I want to see what's up here, but I don't want to stay up here for too long, because I want to be able to get back down before like rush hour, basically, because rush hour in Bogotá is no joke. The traffic here is crazy. But if we head over this way, I think we can get an even better view of like over on the west side of Bogotá. You can see the airport out there, El Dorado, where we flew in. Beautiful. And I think right here, we're right by the path, the hiking trail, the pedestrian path to come up. If you could see from the teleférico when we were coming up, it's very, very steep. And you can see from the pedestrian path, it's a very steep hike. And it looks like, based on this sign, when we're here right now, it's actually closed. So, not able to go back down on the pedestrian path. And honestly, I wasn't going to do that anyway. So, I think we should walk around a little bit up here. Take a look. One other thing to mention, this is much higher. Like, we're up about 3,000 meters up here now. So, the elevation is higher. So if you're someone who has some like problems with elevation, altitude sickness, and you're already having a rough time down like at the bottom of the hill, just be careful. Be careful when you come up here. The change in altitude can be very serious if you're prone to altitude sickness. I want to poke around, but first I want to go inside this church and check out the inside. Santuario del Señor de Monserrate. Beautiful inside the church, and coming out into the sunlight on a day like today when it's nice and clear. Very cool being up here. Definitely worth the 29,000 Colombian pesos to get up here and get back down. 100% worth it. Definitely do this. I want to see what's around the other side here. There's other stuff up here. There's like some restaurants, some cafes, places you can go and visit up here. There's this large Christmas tree as we are here in the holiday season. Looks like there's some little shopping area up there for souvenirs. There is a sleepy dog. And looks like there's a sign over here. All the things that are up here. Tourism police, first aid in case you get altitude sickness or you trip and fall. The parish office for the church, restaurants, bathrooms, sanctuary where we already were, and the Via Crucis, Way of the Cross. And then over here, yeah, some like a little shop with postres, like sweets. Kiosco, a tienda, a cafe.
Bienvenidos, sigan a la hora.
A lot of stuff to see and do up here, for sure. But I mean, let's be honest, the coolest thing is the view. And while we're up here, let's take a look at that view over there. And since this is the first video that we're making from here in Bogotá, and the first video we're making from here in Colombia, let's take a look at the beautiful view while I give you a little bit of an idea of some things that I have planned for videos here, some ideas that I might do for videos. Now, of course, disclaimer, these may or may not happen. I'm gonna try to do them, of course, but in Bogotá, you never know. Earlier in this video, I wanted to film in the Plaza de Armas, but that gentleman with the assault rifle told me I can't film in there. And so I said, okay, you're right, I can't. And also, here in Bogotá, like I mentioned, the weather's kind of crazy. It rains a lot. And so you never know when it might just be raining all day. And we might want to film something outside. Turns out it's raining all day. We're going to have to film something inside instead. But let's find a place over here. Let's get a nice view. Beautiful, the view up here from up on top of Montserrat. Anyway, as we look down onto the beautiful city of Bogotá, Colombia, there's a lot of things to see and do in Bogotá. I mean, like I mentioned, it is a city of 8 million people. There's a lot of stuff to see. Some of the things that I definitely want to see is right down at the bottom of the hill, actually very close to the station where we picked up the teleférico, is the quinta of Simón Bolívar, El Libertador, the great liberator, Simón Bolívar. and we're definitely going to be checking that place out. Unfortunately, today it is closed, but it'll be open. We will see it, and we're going to be making a whole video about Simón Bolívar, because we've been to a lot of countries where the famous libertador, the famous liberator, was José de San Martín. In Argentina, in Chile, and Peru, it's all José de San Martín. Now, that doesn't mean that Bolivar is not mentioned. You'll find a Bolivar statue here and there. In Peru, when we visited the Museum of Gold and Weapons of the World, they had Simón Bolivar's uniform in that museum. It was amazing to see. But up here in the north, in like Venezuela, Colombia, and Ecuador, it's all Bolivar. Bolivar was the liberator of like the northern part of South America during the War of Independence, just as San Martín was like the liberator of the southern part of South America during the War of Independence. So everything up here is Bolivar. We were in Plaza Bolivar down in the Centro Histórico, and we're going to definitely make a video about him because it's long overdue that we talk about Simón Bolivar. We've made more than a few videos, some directly about José de San Martín and others mentioning José de San Martín, but this time we're going to talk about Bolivar because he is very, very important historical figure in the battle for independence in South America. The two like top historical liberators of South America in history is José de San Martín and Simón Bolivar. And since we're up here in Colombia, and Simón Bolivar, the basically after liberating Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, and also Panama, what is now Panama, basically created a nation up here, Gran Colombia, which didn't last, but has a very interesting history, and we're going to talk about that as well. Now, down there in the city, down over like in the Centro Histórico, which you can actually see from up here, I just noticed. So let's see if we can get a shot of this. It's always hard to shoot things from like really, really far away on this camera, especially when it's sunny out, because it's hard to see the screen for me. But if you can see that big cathedral over there, I think that is the Centro Histórico where we were. That is Plaza Bolivar over there, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I think I'm right. Yeah, I think I'm right about that. Well, anyway, right down there is La Candeleria, which is the name of the historical center neighborhood. And we're going to be in that neighborhood quite often, I think, while we're here, because there's a lot of stuff to see there. There are specifically some pretty cool museums down around there too. There is a Museum of Gold, Museo del Oro, oh no, actually, nope. You know what? I see it now. That, let's see, right there. I'm hoping we're getting this in the shot. That is the Centro Histórico. And that is Plaza Bolivar. I can see it right now. See it? Anyway, like I said, there's some interesting museums down there, historic museums, which I want to go to, like history museums. There is a Museum of Gold, which I'm also pretty interested in visiting. I've heard it's pretty spectacular. And we may check that out. There's a lot of stuff, like I said, here in Bogotá for us to check out. So that's what we're going to be doing. That's what we have planned. We're going to be checking out the city of Bogotá, and we're actually going to be here in Colombia for a little while. We're going to be here in Colombia for a little while. We're here in Bogotá for about a month, and we're actually going to be visiting another city in Colombia afterwards. I'm not going to tell you which one. You'll find out eventually if you keep watching. And I'm really interested to check out a lot more that Colombia has to offer, because I mentioned this in our video in La Plata, our last video in La Plata, when we talked about that we were going to be coming here. Check out that video, by the way, link in the description. But I mentioned that I had a friend who had spent some time here in Colombia, a friend from the United States. And this was years ago, but he always talked about Colombia and how much he loved it. And I don't know, it got stuck in my head, got stuck in my brain, and I always wanted to come to Colombia, and I always wanted to visit. And now that I'm here, I'm pretty excited, to be honest. I'm pretty excited to see what the city has to offer. So that's just a short little video about Colombia, our arrival here in Colombia, in Bogotá, and what we're gonna get up to around here. So I think that's gonna be it for this video here, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll stay tuned for the rest of the stuff that we're gonna be doing here in Bogotá, because honestly, even though it's gonna be kind of raining like most of the time, a lot of times we're gonna get caught out in the rain, I think, but it's gonna be very cool. We're gonna see a lot of cool stuff, and I hope you'll stick around for it. Before we go, we'll flip the camera around and get one last view of beautiful city of Bogotá from up here. And look at the size of that city. Very beautiful on a sunny day up here on Cerro Monserrate. So like I said, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.